From here you can easily look across to St. Anthony's Chapel or Hermitage. This serves as a lookout point for the village as it sits on the top of a small hill. The hill is high enough to afford almost a bird's eye view of the village. This hermitage, like many that were built in the Priorat, belonged to the Carthusian monks who came here from France in the 12th century. Today, the hermitage is a symbol of our village. In the past, noblemen and clergy, as well as overseeing local agricultural activities, also introduced a tax of 10% on all types of crop. This tax was known as a tithe. These taxes were the source of much resentment amongst villagers and sparked many revolts. As for the Carthusian order, it was finally dissolved in the 19th century. The state was looking to finance its colonies overseas, as well as various national conflicts, such as the Carlist Wars. Faced by so many demands on the state coffers, in 1835 a law was passed known as the Mendizábal Law or Amortization Law. The monastery lands were confiscated by the state, and when the monks had left, Scala was ransacked and burnt. This was one of 3 so-called amortizations which the church suffered at this time. Some say that the first to burn the monastery were villagers from Porrera. There is no written evidence which confirms this, but it may be true, as people from Porrera have long had a reputation for being spirited fighters. What we do know is that the last prior at Scala was a descendant of Porrera. These events heralded the beginning of one of the most prosperous times in Porrera. Wine production and political and social changes meant that resources were ploughed into building stately homes and more modern infrastructure in the village. Very close to where you are now, you will see Cal Carlet's restaurant. If you continue uphill along any of the streets you see, you will come to L'Encastell, the highest part of the village. It is also a good viewpoint over Porrera. From here you get to see the best views over the surrounding countryside. But our route takes us elsewhere. You will find the next code and stop in the church square or Plaça de l'Església, as it is known in Catalan.